welcome to Centurion's Corner, and today we're doing another Fix Your Upper episode, and today it's the Incinerator Trooper. So Hasbro have done a really good job on this guy. I absolutely love him and I think he's superb. I just do think he's lacking slightly in a little bit of gun weathering, I suppose. So I think his actual flamethrower needs a little bit more TLC just to bring it out, really make it pop, because this is what the guy is all about. And also Hasbro have kind of cocked up, I suppose, in a way, by actually putting this canister backpack upside down on his back. So we're going to have to find a way to switch it over and put it in place. Now I think it looks alright. I just think everything needs a good sort of paint job and everything on there as well, just to bring it in line with a bit of weathering and stuff as well. But actually looking at the actual footage of the Flamethrower Trooper and sideshows pictures as well, I'm just going to use those as reference really. And he doesn't have this thermal detonator either, so I think that's going to come in handy when we kind of swap this over. I think I might even glue it in place, because it just keeps falling off, and you don't really want to keep taking this off anyway. If you've got the Incinerator Trooper, you want to keep it that way. Putting him on the shelf is just going to get more annoying. So we're going to glue this in place, I think, and redo the gun and go through it. So I guess off we go. Don't forget, if you do like this content and you want to help the channel, then please just drop a like. You can subscribe and you can comment and ding that bell. Thank you so much. all finished up, and with his backpack the right way round. And all I used for this was flat black Tamira for the gun itself and a few of the bits of the tubing. Tamira red, which was just X7, and then also flat aluminium XF16 for a little bit of the scuffing and stuff out on his flamethrower. So we can just remove this part here and just get a bit of a closer look at his gun. So he's just blackened it up a little bit. We've got the silver parts all sort of brushed over on the end of the nozzle parts as well, just to the end, just to highlight some of the details in that gun. And on the side, I actually black all the wires all the way up. The only thing I didn't do was actually the backpack itself, and I just dry brushed over with some aluminium just to give it that kind of sort of more metallic look, and then using the rest of the red just to do those lines on there, doing the extra bit of the details on top with silver and black as well, and it works out all right. So just cutting that sort of belt halfway, I did cut off a little bit too much, and I managed to glue the belt this part to about here, but I cut off too much this side. So all I done, as you saw in the video, was I got a bit of elastic, cut it in half, and then cut what I needed out of the strips, and then super glued it in place onto the plastic onto there. And actually it worked out all right, and I just use Loctite on there, precision glue, and just gets it right in there, and it glues in seconds, so be careful with your hand. So I've got some extra bit of belting around here. I'll put an extra bit on here as well, just to sort of bring in that detail, just to bring those parts in. And then just underneath on these actual pauldrons up the top as well, you can see them going in, and they're just glued in place. It's actually glued properly, just actually onto his back bit, so it's not removable anymore, but it doesn't need to be removed. I'm never going to take it off, and even before, when you could take it off, you still had all this in place, so you know, you couldn't have like a sort of a commander unless you was going to cut all these wires off. And obviously I cut off the thermal detonator, so that's something for the goodie drawer for a later custom at some point maybe. So yeah, it's all done, it's all pretty cool, and I'm loving how it looks, and now it looks more authentic and realistic. I could have touched up the figure, but I just think he's good enough. You know, I think maybe there's too much scuffs going on down here to the actual figure itself, but I think he works quite fine, and with his little comparison brother on the side here, it just looks great. So anyway, thank you for joining me on this one. I hope this helps and inspires you to create your own. If you've got any questions, just ask below, or you can find me on Instagram, which is in the description. And you can subscribe and ding the bell if you're waiting for more content from me. So thank you once again, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye!